Hello everyone, I am just here to do a more intimate explication on my sample pack that I put out on Bandcamp a couple days ago, or maybe just one day ago, maybe it was yesterday. Can't keep up. So this sample pack is a collection of single notes, very commonly used notes too, of two signature instruments that were invented by a very wonderful composer by the name of Constance Demby. Constance Demby was a New Age composer who made some of the most healing music that I've ever heard, still to this day, with the possible exception of Craig Bruce, if I'm being honest. But I can say without any doubt that her music blew me away when I first listened to it. It was in 2019. I would have been 17 years old and in 11th grade. And I was really into New Age thought at the time and wanted to explore New Age music. So I was really into 528 and Alan Watts and all of that stuff. And then I came across Constance Demby with her classic album, Novus, and I really enjoyed it very much. However, I must say that my favorite work of hers is probably Spirit Trance, which is an album that she made that came out in 2004. And that's actually my favorite album of hers. It's one of the heaviest albums. It's one of those few albums where I can actually physically feel the music. Even though I know I don't feel it, it feels like this very polychromatic, this many-colored blanket being, this very heavy, colorful blanket being thrown on you in your bed when you're listening to it. It really does feel that way to me when I listen to it. So that's my favorite album of hers. So this sample pack, The Drones of Constance Demby, loops from the Space Bass and the Whale Sail, are individual notes that I recreated and perfected from two instruments that she invented. The Space Bass, which is a large metal sheet sculpture with metal sheet tubes on top of it. And of course, if you're familiar with how a kalimba or a xylophone works, the shorter the tube, the higher the frequency. And they were tuned to certain frequencies, and she would use a very, very resined violin bow and use the violin bow to stroke the tubes, and it would create a very space alien kind of sound. And the second one, which I'm even more excited to talk about, is the Whale Sail, which is a large egg-shaped metallic sheet that she also bowed. But because it was one singular metallic object, it could actually create a portamento, which means two notes musically that slide to the next note rather than climb to the next note like a piano, but it slides to the next note, which makes it a lot more expressive and human sounding, and that's kind of why we think it's very emotional. And what's really, the reason I'm particularly proud of this project is because there are no recordings, there are no crystal clear recordings on the entire internet of her Whale Sail. There's a few videos out there playing her Space Bass, so we do have resources on that. We do not have any on the Whale Sail. And I was only able to get a hold of any recordings from two songs off of her album Sunborn, which is The Dawning, and it was the last song on Sunborn, which unfortunately the name has fallen out of my head. So I took that and recreated it, tuned it to different notes, saved it, and it is now published on Bandcamp for any aspiring musician to download it and incorporate it into their DAWs to make the best New Age music they can possibly make. And I'm hoping, consequently, will sustain the memory of Constance Demby, one of the greatest New Age composers of all time. Demby herself, unfortunately, passed away in 2021, and it's largely gone unnoticed. People actually know her album more than her as a person. And I am just here to keep her legacy alive by enhancing you, the audience, into making the best music you can make. And this has been John Burness from New Evening Isle, and I hope you're having a wonderful day or night. If not, I grant you the power to transform it. And I would like to conclude with a Hawaiian saying, Meka mahalo nui, Meka mahalo nui, with many thanks or with great gratitude. So I conclude, Meka mahalo nui. So thank you and bye-bye.